You guys need to watch this before you turn another page. Most people fail at reading before page 1, not because they can't read, but because they ignore 5 rules that change everything. Reading isn't about effort, it's about choices. The book you pick, what you skip, what you note, where you sit, and what you see in your mind. The first rule is to choose the right book. This is the first important step that you need to take when you have decided that you need to read the book in a day. So choose the right book. Choose if you aim to read a fiction book, a history book, or a self book. Remember that not every book is for you. And that's the point. Choosing the right book saves you time. Choosing the wrong one steals it. The problem isn't that you don't like reading, you just haven't met the right book yet. You know what I did in my 10th grade? I completed reading a book of 180 pages in just 5 hours. Obviously, that wasn't related to my studies, it was a fiction book. But the point is that it was the book that I was interested in reading. Hence, I completed it fast in less than time. So now, if I would have chosen a self help book, it would have taken more time because that book is for understanding and creating a change in yourself. That needs more focus and interest. Things that you want to change in yourself, like you chose this video to watch. You chose the right video according to your interests. So choosing the right book is important. The second rule I follow is don't read every word. Reading every word doesn't mean understanding. It often means getting lost. Books aren't meant to be eaten letter by letter. They're meant to be understood. When you open a dictionary, you don't start reading the meaning of every word. You go to the word you want the meaning of and only read that part for your understanding. So don't read everywhere. Read every idea. Every word isn't important. The main idea is. In some book choices, the pages don't matter. The understanding does. Authors repeat the ideas that reader don't need to watch again and again. You'll get the author's perspective for the idea, but only for your understanding. So here the importance is how you start to relate it by yourself. It doesn't mean you're skipping the book. You're skipping the noise. And the third point, the third rule that I follow is to control your own environment. If your environment is loud, your mind is too. Focus isn't a skill problem, it's an environment problem. Most people think that reading problems come from the lack of discipline. Well, they're all wrong. Reading is not a willpower activity, it's an environment driven activity. So your brain is evolved to detect movement, notice some sounds, react to novelty. So when you try to read in a noisy or tempting environment, your brain isn't weak, it's just doing its job. Attention works like a spotlight. So you can point it at the book or the notifications, noise, people's, or the thoughts. You cannot point it at everything. It's simple if your distraction is your phone and your phone is on the table. So you'll check it. If your phone is in the pocket, you'll think about it. If it's in another room, you won't even think about it. So that's not discipline, that's just design. People with good focus usually have better setups, not better brains. So the fourth rule that you have missed at is to take micro notes and use a pointer as possible. This is just a suggestion, not an important thing, but well, these two things are small changes, but they all have a great impact. Like if you start talking, taking small notes, you're not taking notes to remember the page, you're taking notes to remember the idea. You write less, but remember more after the completion of the book. So these notes will serve as bookmarks for your brain. Remember, notes aren't for capturing the book, they capture you for understanding it. Also, while reading, you should use a pointer, like your finger, for example, to keep your brain focused on a line or the word that you are reading and do not fall back. It's just the same theory as the notification on a phone that makes you focus where you had to be right now. So it's just a suggestion, but this works pretty well. And the fifth rule that I follow is to visualize effectively. If you can't see it, you won't remember it. Words enter the eyes, but images, they stay in your mind. So don't just read sentences, build the scenes in your mind. You're not reading this page, you are watching it happen. The book might end on your page, but the story, it begins in your head. This visualization is not an extra effort. It's just how brain understands the language. So remember these points, all these 5 points before you start your journey with a book. I hope this helps you out. Thank you. Bye.